Coming up next, high school football on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Good evening and welcome to Cleveland Heights High School. Jay Ferguson, Steve Cawthon, Joe Bach here for tonight's Game 9. The Cleveland Heights Tigers at 2-5 hosting Lorain Titans at 5-3. As you hear the strains of the national anthem in the background, the teams are on the field and are ready for football. Cleveland Heights High School Band. It is homecoming here at Heights tonight, so the festivities, pregame festivities, ran a little bit longer, but it gives you a chance to see this beautiful, renovated, new facility here at Cleveland Heights. We were laughing as we were setting up. The last time Joe and I were here was on a Thursday night, and we sat outside under a tree in the cold and mist, trying to use the street light so that we could read the rosters. Now we're in a beautiful press box, and the field turf has been, they said they took this place down to the dirt and redid the track and the turf and the brand new bleachers on both sides. It's just wonderful what they've done, and it looks just absolutely inviting, doesn't it, Steve?
Yes, it sure does. A beautiful night for football and the environment. Nice crowd here from the Cleveland Heights faithful, and hopefully the Titans will maybe put a little damper on their homecoming festivities there this evening.
Well, for Lorain, we know what this game is all about. This game is all about keeping your playoff hopes alive. After last week's victory over Euclid kind of resuscitated them, according to the internet and Drew Pasteur, who hosts Fantastic50.net. Right now, Lorain's playoff chances stand at 51%.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, a win tonight, and they bump up to 73%.
Sounds a lot better. So,
and he also says if we get to 7 wins, which means to win 2, 96% chance.
Oh, I like those odds. So looks like it's take care of business time tonight.
I was going to say Titans with some work to do. Cleveland Heights will kick from left to right. Number 93, Stefanos Gazis, a senior, will kick in his, for the season, bright orange cleats. Titans deep, number 10, Kevin Davis. Number 11 is Perry Mincy. Ball away, short kick. Fielded at about the 33, straight ahead 40 and 43. That's Carlos Chavis, number 33, with the ball. Carlos coming off a 200-yard outing last week.
He was impressive for sure for the Titans last week, no doubt about it.
Well, you know, some of the milestones that the Titans, individual milestones that they could reach, Sherman Saunders needs about 45 yards to go over 1,000. With 2 good 150-yard games, games from Chavis, the Titans could sport 2 1,000-yard rushers.
And be impressive for sure.
Ball at the 44. Williamson calls out the signals. Near side Chavis, far side is Saunders. Snap back, gives straight ahead. Sherman Saunders makes a cut, 45, 47, moves the pile forward, give him maybe the 48. 4 yards on first down for the Titans. They've just established the running game to the point of almost not needing the passing game the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, when you can run it the way Lorain High does, you really don't need the passing game at this point.
Dejon Brown, near side wide receiver. Far side is Rashad Berry and Aaron Neal. Williamson going to run the option. Still got it. Pitches it to Chavis at the 47. He's got the first down before he's neck-tied around the 43 of Heights, and it'll move the sticks. Carlos Chavis.
And Eddie Williamson just does a phenomenal job, game in and game out, of knowing when to pitch the football.
Decision-making is certainly a strength.
Yes, it is.
Give him the 42, and the Titans a first down. Now it's Brown with Berry in the slot, the future Buckeye. We'll talk more about that, Steve.
Oh, we will.
Williamson straight ahead. Chavis got a hole, found a hole. Going to get about 4 there on first down to the 38. And, you know, Carlos only a sophomore, but, you know, he's had an opportunity to play with a lot of really, you know, 3-year senior starters.
Yep.
And to watch how hard Sherman Saunders runs. And he's got that same thing going on. Same formation now for the Titans. Williamson hands to Chavis, or to Saunders, and that went backwards.
Yeah, the Tigers are waiting for that one.
He's going to be at the 45. Like most teams, you know, Lorain's played 8 games, and our offense is, you know, goes on the between the tackles runs.
Yep.
And Cleveland Heights was waiting for it. You see they've got 7 within 3 yards of the ball. Williamson wants to throw. Williamson's going to pull it down and run. Williamson's got inside to 35.
Nice effort at the end. He might have got the first.
He's going to be
close.
They're waving their arms like he might have it. I'm thinking he's got it, or they wouldn't be smart.
Yep, he got it.
So they'll move the sticks. 10:03 to go, first quarter. Second first down of the evening for the Titans.
And again, Eddie was kind of stopped, maybe 1.5 yards, 2 yards short in that second effort. Just keeps those feet moving, gets the first down for the Titans.
I think he was looking for Big Rashad out here on the left side, and when he didn't have him, he pulled it down. Berry again in the slot with Dejon Brown, 25 yards to the left. Aaron Neal alone on the right side. Chavez to the left, Saunders to the right for Williamson. Snap back. Eddie's going to run the option to the wide side. Cuts it up, cuts it back. Going to get maybe 1 or 2 before he's snowed under by a bunch of Tigers.
And not a lot of room on that one.
Well, you know, the other thing that Eddie has gotten progressively better at is ball security there.
Yes.
You know, you gain a yard and live to fight another day.
Yeah, you don't want to turn the ball over when you're moving the ball like the Titans have.
Yep, don't want to lose it under pressure. 9:10 to go, first quarter. Same formation yet again. Snap back, Eddie wants to throw. He's looking for Aaron Neal. Now he goes deep for Rashad Berry, just overthrows the world. A little pressure that time on Eddie, and just got it off and hoped Rashad could maybe run under it.
And Cleveland Heights had him bracketed real nice on that one, double coverage.
Well, if Rashad's going to sneak up on anybody with all the press he's gotten this week, it's not going to be now.
No, I was going to say, pretty much you got to know who Rashad Berry is after this week, without a doubt.
Yeah, he's verbal commit to Ohio State. When asked what position, he says, I'm just an athlete. I'll play where they want me to play. Snap back. Williamson again wants to throw. Aaron Neal down to the 25, and Aaron may have finished that off with a first down.
Yeah, nice move at the end there. Because initially he was going to be short, and second effort will move the chains for the Titans.
And that's that out pass where 9 times out of 10 the guy turns it up and tries to go up the sideline.
Right.
And Aaron turned it back in knowing where the stakes were. So again, by less than a yard, the Titans move the sticks. First and 10 at the 22. Williamson calls for the snap. And he wants to throw out to Berry. Berry with a blocker in front. Brown gets a block. He's down inside the 15 to about the 13. Going to bring up second and short.
Nice reception by Rashad there. He used just, you know, I don't know if he'd have made that catch a year ago.
Well, you know, the other part of it is when you get him out in space, you start to think, man, that's 6'4", you know, 230, 240.
And he is a load.
Down. He's not a wide receiver body. He's a tight end that's playing out there. And that may very well be what they use him as next week, or next year rather. Man coverage in the secondary, everybody else in the box for Heights. I think they're going to make the Titans try to make them beat them through the air. Second one, though, kind of a free play. Williamson options, cuts it up, 10, down near the 5, and I think he falls forward to the 5-yard line.
Another great run by Eddie. Picks up another Titans first down, and so far in this drive, it's pretty much what their bread and butter is.
And, you know, you look at the option and you watch Eddie Williamson run it, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's looking at that outside guy. If the outside guy crashes down on him, he's pitching. And the last 2 times, he's cut it up inside that man. First and goal now, 7:35 first quarter. Snap back, Williamson hands. Saunders to the outside, going to lose 4. One of the few times in this season that Sherman's had a negative yardage run, and he just tried to bounce it and didn't get there.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Tigers on the play. I mean, couldn't get to the edge, and Titans will be faced with the second and about 9, it looks like here.
Oh, yeah, but now it's at the 9, 7 minutes to go first quarter. They've had it for 5 minutes.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Rashad Berry in here somewhere, his height and physicality.
And they look like they have the taller corner on the outside receiver, Neal.
Yeah.
So certainly you might look for some sort of crossing route as the high snap. Eddie follows the back into the hole. 5 down near the goal line. Call him down near the 2. Smart play again, talking about ball security earlier. Eddie had to reach up for the snap. The timing would have been off on the handoff. That was not a designed keeper.
No, I don't believe so.
And he did what the veteran quarterback would do and just followed the back into the hole.
Yeah, that's senior leadership there from Eddie.
Spotted at the 3, 3rd and goal. Got to believe we're in 4-down territory since we don't carry a kicker. Timeout now for Lorain. 6:11 to go, first quarter. Talk about the 2 teams a little bit. Cleveland Heights is 2-5, had an open date on week 7, and then last week lost to Warren Harding 38-26. Wins this year. They opened the season with a big win over Akron Buckdale, and this week 6, their conference win 37-20 over the Euclid team that Lorain defeated last week. Talk about a power schedule, though. Week 2, Strongsville, playoffs. Week 3, Glenville, playoffs. Week 4, Bedford, leading their division in the playoffs. Week 5, Maple Heights, playoffs. And then you get to Euclid, week 6 at 3-5. So
not a lot of patsies on that schedule.
Cleveland Heights has never been one to duck anybody, and they certainly aren't now. Titans back on the field, 3rd and 3.
And like you said, they're probably in 2 downs here to get this touchdown, so.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him use the wide side of the field again. Barry's out there in the slot. We're going to come short side. Williamson follows his blockers to the house.
Nice play by Eddie Williamson.
Showing you everything I know about football.
Yes.
I had him going wide side. They came back short side behind 2 blockers. Eddie Williamson, a 3-yard run.
Well, that was a very surgical opening drive by the Titans. Coach McFarland has got to be thrilled about the way the Titans just went down the field. Very methodical and did their job.
Especially after the kind of craziness of the first couple possessions last week.
Yeah.
This is a Titan team that needs to start fast, and they did tonight. Williamson on the try for 2, looks to throw, has a man on the slant.
There it is.
That's Aaron Neal.
That's the way you draw it up. The nice slant right in there. Eddie puts it right in the bread basket.
Rashad was inside of Aaron. Rashad ran the slant and cleared the area out, and Aaron came behind him.
And it's hard not to pay attention to Rashad, and that will help his teammates have some opportunities.
5:53 gone. 6:07 in the first quarter. Titans on top. 8-0. And Cleveland Heights will get the ball for the first time. For Cleveland Heights, this is a rare down year. They're not used to being 2-5, and it's Coach Jeff Rodsky, who's been a long-time high school coach in the Cleveland area, led Bedford Chanel to state championship, at least one. back in the day, and then was at Maple Heights and led them a few years ago to a state title when they had Shaq Washington and that crew, and then made the move over to Cleveland Heights and has had them in the playoffs.
Yeah, and like you said, their record could be a reflection of that tough schedule. Could be a little deceiving. They're not maybe your typical 2-5 squad.
So
it's always good to get up on the road here like the Titans have.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting off that bus and starting in a hole.
Yeah, we saw what at Maple Heights a few weeks back.
Yeah.
You know, you had a team that fell behind. I mean, they made a great effort to come back, but it's always good to play from ahead.
When they got behind in the first quarter, it was like the hole just kept getting deeper till halftime.
Yeah.
And tonight, of course, a good start. Cleveland Heights with a 3-deep formation. They've got 3 return men inside the 10. Okay? Sherman Saunders is going to kick, and we've laughed all year and said, try and scout our kickoffs. We don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
He kicks it deep, he kicks it short, he kicks it high, he kicks it low. That's a good kick.
Yeah, that might be one of his better ones.
10, dropped, picked up the middle, 20, hit, dropped at the 28. Number 19, DeMario Mason on the return. Aaron McDowell on the tackle, number 20. So Heights has the ball for the first time. A tick under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, and it's 1st and 10 on the 28.
Let's see what the Titans defense has in store this evening.
Barry and Naz Bohannon are the ends. Kenny Washington, number 13, and number 53. Andres Torres in the middle. 5 down linemen now, and they drop straight back to pass. Outside receiver catches. Going to have a first down. Wrestled to the ground out by the 40-yard line. Tackle on the play by Perry Mincy, but nicely done before we had a chance to set the backs. And, of course, Cleveland Heights, another team that signals them in. Quarterback looks to be Taylor Jones, number 11. I formation now. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lorain goes off sides. That's one of the linebackers. That might have been Rob Orsler, just anticipating.
Trying to get a head start, but costs his team 5.
So it'll be 1st and 5, and quick, fast, and in a hurry. The Heights is out over the 45.
Watch out for number 5, Jalen Harris, for the Tigers. Hearing he's a solid player.
He's got it.
And there he goes.
Outside, tackle, ankle held on. That is Kevin Davis holding on, but we're across the 50 to the 44-yard line, and another first down for the Tigers. He's a big ball.
Yeah, KD's going to have to...
He's a sophomore. They list him at 205, and he looks to be 6'3", 6'4". I formation again. Now they back off and look to the sidelines for the play. Nice tight line splits for Heights. 5 down for Lorain. Bubble screen is there. Big cushion for the inside receiver. He's got it and got 4. Up fast was 3, Aaron Neal, to make that tackle.
It looks like the Tigers are using that short passing game to serve as their running game so far with those bubble screens and quick hitters.
Well, they're, Titans are given that inside receiver's got 10 yards of cushion. Jones again calls it out, wants to throw it outside. The big fella's got it again. He's got a block, and he's going to score.
Yeah.
Number 5, Jalen Harris, 40 yards.
And like I said, I think that's one of the players that you're really going to have to pay attention to if you're the Titans in that secondary, because he can do some serious damage, and he did right there with that 40-yard touchdown reception.
So it took the Titans almost 6 minutes to score. It took Cleveland Heights about 1.5 minutes to answer.
And all through the air.
Yep, and they'll kick the extra point, or attempt to kick the Stefanos Gazis, the man who kicked off, knocks it through, and just like that, it's 8-7.
Well, we might be buckling up for a barn burner here.
Well, as we take a look at what Heights has done this year, it's score-wise, they scored 45 in a win, and they scored 37 in their other win. They scored 26 in a loss, but beyond that, they've been 2 touchdowns or less in weeks 2 through 5.
Yeah.
So maybe they've hit a groove here, 37 and then 26, but certainly a team that can score the football.
And the Titans this year on the road have had some trouble with the defense making plays, especially early in the game. I know the second half at Maple, they did a much better job than the first half, but that was a relatively easy offensive possession for the Tigers.
The Titans are 1 and 3 on the road.
Yeah.
That makes them 4 and 0 at home.
Yeah. It's been fun when you're at George Daniel Field, that's for sure.
Stefanos Gazis again, number 93 to kick. Mincy and Davis deep for Lorain, 8-7. 4:29 to go, first quarter. Bouncing kick down to Kevin Davis, waits for it inside the 20, 25-30, straight ahead.
He's got a seam.
Outside.
He's going to
go.
go.
He's going to score. Number 10. Get on your horse, Kevin. Number 10
Hey,
to the house.
go. KD.
Kevin Davis. That took 12 seconds.
That's a way to answer a touchdown. You just take the kickoff and ram it right down.
82 yards on the return.
And once he hit that seam, it was going to be Katie bar the door because he was going to go.
And he almost took the pedal off the gas
Yes, he
a little
did.
too soon there, as he didn't see the Heights player with the angle. And just as he crossed the goal line, he took a shot.
Yeah.
So 14-7 Lorain, and the offense will come out for the conversion now. They're going to move the ball off to the side. Near side hash mark. Williamson will be alone with Chavis in the backfield. Saunders splits out inside of Berry on the right. Near side Brown is all alone. You've got Saunders, Berry, and Neal inside to out on the far side. Now they take time. Eddie didn't like what he saw. And rather than squander a 2,
well, if you're the Titans defense, got to buckle the chin straps up, you know.
Okay, Joe said, Joe just came in and said, we ran that back. And he's talking about the replay of the kickoff, of course. And, you know, if you've listened to us at all, you know how strongly we feel about return man that just go north and south. And that's all Kevin Davis did here. He didn't make a cut till he hit the opposite 40, and then he cut to the side.
And that's one thing the Titans have done all year is, you know, Perry Mincy, Kevin Davis, you know, whoever they have out there, it seems like they're seizing the opportunity to get some nice returns. So you got to like that. Special teams can be very important in the
Same formation for Lorain. Chavis to the left of Williamson. Dejon Brown on the near side. Williamson wants to throw, throws it out to Saunders, or to that's Sherman Saunders. There's a flag down on the play, and I can't tell if he got in or didn't get in.
It looks like the far side official said no.
Okay.
And also looks like there might be a hold against the Titans.
It's probably going to be offensive pass interference on the clear out. Holding. I think what the penalty was what you saw if you watched the end of Notre Dame and Florida State last week, was you saw that outside receiver running the, quote, pick play and blocking the corner while the ball was in the air. But we've got 4:17 to go in the first quarter, and there's been a little bit of action.
Yeah.
Lorain got the opening kickoff, scored on a long, almost 6-minute drive. Eddie Williamson took it in for 3, converted the extra point, and it was 8-0. 4:29 to go, about a minute and 40 seconds later. Cleveland Heights on a 40-yard pass to the big sophomore, Jalen Harris, and they were on the board. The extra point made it 8-7 Lorain. Heights kicked off. Kevin Davis took it at the 18, 82 yards later. He was in the end zone, and that's where we stand, 14-7 with the conversion failing.
Well, if you're the Titans defense, you want to see now if you have an answer for that short passing game.
Right.
And that's what Coach McFarland's going to want to see from his team.
And it may entail taking somebody out of the box, because if you're going to step up on the inside receiver, you better have a deep safety, I would think.
Yeah.
So Saunders will kick from the middle of the field. Last one went down to the 10-yard line where it was fielded. It was a low line drive. Boot underway, this one's short. Going to hit it about the 30, bounce around, picked up at the 27, fumble, handed off actually. The handoff is taken to the 31. Bunch of Titans on the play, including number 22, Dominic Smith. And that's where Cleveland Heights will put it in play at the 31. So, your serve, Cleveland Heights.
Here we go.
Let's see what kind of adjustments they've made. Sam McGuigan is way back off the ball.
Yeah, he's a good almost 20 yards back
What I
there.
can tell that they did is they had 5 down linemen. Now Orsler's going to walk out on the slot receiver. Lorain with 4 linemen, 2 backers inside. McGuigan and Neal are the deep safeties. Going to run it now. Different number of men in the box. Here's the cut. McGuigan up for the tackle, but not till number 12, Javon Avery, takes it out to the 39 for a gain of 8.
And luckily, McGuigan got there because he might have had a chance to really break
it's
off
just
the
arithmetic. Now there's 6 in the box.
A little chess match going on here between the coaches.
Don't be surprised to see Sam start sneaking up. They're going to run it again.
Nice.
And that was
Robert Orsler.
Robert Orsler almost accidentally got a piece. The back went over his hip and picked up a yard, so it's 3rd and 1 at the 40. Let's see what Heights does here now. Orsler in a little bit tighter because the slot receiver is a little tighter. Gives him a little bit more of a run defense look. Here comes the safety McGuigan up in. Now he backs out. I formation. Flag on the play as the pass incomplete. Perry Mincy defending. And that looks like it's number 1, Chase Jackson, but let's find out what the flag is. Whistle. Just simply a sideline warning.
Seen that a lot this year. Have you noticed?
Well, they've got to blow the whistle because that makes it a no play. So we'll do it again.
Well, they're saying fourth down.
It was no play because the flag was up before. Although I didn't hear a whistle, that should have stopped it. Turn, give to the tailback. Going to have the first down, apparently. Although it's going to be close.
Yeah.
Depends on the spot. Now, from that spot, they're not going to measure.
I'm surprised they're not at least going to measure that.
The Sticks men started walking. I'm surprised Coach McFarland didn't ask for a measure, but 1st and 10 at, call it the 42, based on where the Sticks are. Again, the I formation. Again, they step away. Number 11, Taylor Jones, looks to Coach Jeff Rotsky, signals in the play. 2 receivers near side. Yep. Whistle, everybody danced. The wide receiver was at the 45. Whistle, dead ball traveling. And we'll take it back 5 yards.
Maybe on that play they outsmarted themselves.
Yeah.
Just amazing when you watch high school football now, just the complexity of the offenses, how they run things, and
well, the nonverbal communication, how there's not more of those penalties is beyond me. Okay, now they go to a split backs look in the backfield. And he's going to go straight back, look to throw. He's got the outside man, dropped the ball. Mincy hit him and the ball fell out.
Perfect timing by Perry over there.
That's Chase Jackson, number 1. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15. Got him off schedule now. Titan defense got to make a stand here. 2:18 to go and the clock is stopped in the first quarter. Lorain on top, 14-7. I formation again. They look to the side. You know, with the lineman with the hands on the ground, that's a long time to hold this. So a lot of teams will do that and just go into kind of a set position. Straight back again, it's going to be the draw. Give to the tailback. Hit as he crosses the line. Going to give him about the 37, it looks like.
Somebody in that Titans front line there just held him up enough.
It looked like Rashad got him with one of those big paws and stuck him out and just kind of slowed him up enough for the friends to come. So it's going to be 3rd and long.
Be nice to see the Titans make a stop here.
3rd down and 14.
Yeah, big play for the defense to get off the field. Jones going to go into the gun now. Single setback, twins to both sides. He wants to throw. He's got the middle screen set up.
Nice.
That went nowhere. Credit Sterling Jeffries.
Yeah, Sterling
with that play.
Jeffries just laying the wood.
Yeah. He just blew it up.
You ever notice at least once or twice a game, Sterling is going to hit somebody, and they are going to remember that tomorrow morning.
Yep. Pickup of a yard. We'll call it 4th and 13. Punt formation number 6. Max Marshall for the Tigers. Mincy and Aaron Neal deep for Lorain.
So the Titans defense does their job very nicely there.
Good bit of respect. That's a low kick on the rugby-style punt. It's going to bounce forever on this turf. I wouldn't be surprised if that got inside the 10. Whistle, flag down, way back at the line of scrimmage. They don't want anybody to move. Let's see what the call is. Okay, what they're going to do is come down here to the end. It's going to be on Heights, a chop block. So they're going to take it back where the ball rolled dead at the 15 and mark the penalty off in Lorain's favor. So it ought to bring it out to the 25.
I know that he signaled that was against the Titans, maybe?
No, I don't think. I think that Lorain can elect to take that at the end of the play. Oh, he did. I guess he did signal.
They're going to move it back, so the Titans are going to be back inside the 10.
The wrong way, or did I just? Okay. So it will be marked off against Lorain. Same penalty, different direction, and Lorain is pinned deep at about the 8.
If you're the Titans, you just want to be smart here.
Well, you need good snaps. We had a couple bobbles, last week with the snaps. Eddie's got to be able to handle the football. He wants to throw. He does throw. He's got a man. That's Rashad Berry.
Nice move,
50,
Rashad.
20, first down at the 22. That was a good football move.
Yes, that was. Showing you the agility.
Call it the 21-yard line.
Of Rashad Berry.
Gets him out of a little bit of a hole right now. And lets Cleveland Heights know that Lorain's got a passing game.
Yeah.
Williamson. Saunders with a cut into the hole and stood up and maybe gets a yard. What I see right now is a defense that's saying Saunders isn't going to beat us.
Yeah. And if that's the case, all right. Lorain High's got some other weapons. We'll go to the arsenal.
Yeah. Williamson and Chavis can handle the running game. Under 20 seconds to go now as Williamson calls out the signals. Last play of the quarter if they choose to get it off. 5 seconds, and it doesn't look like they want to snap it. Now they're going to walk over.
And that'll be it.
That'll end the first quarter. We've played one at Cleveland Heights. It's Lorain 14, Heights 7. Back with second quarter action right after this timeout.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Jay Ferguson, Steve Coughlin, Joe Bach here at Cleveland Heights Stadium in this beautiful renovated facility. Lorain on top after one, 14-7. They have it 2nd and 9 at the 22. Williamson is the quarterback. Saunders and Chavis right and left. Twin receivers to the far side. It's Berry and Neal. Dejon Brown near side. Give to Chavis. Cuts it into the hole. Falls forward to near the 25. Going to make it 3rd and along 6. Maybe even 7. Those are just numbers. We got to make the stick. Same formation. Barry and Neal far side, Brown near side. Tigers loading up the middle. Going to force Williamson to throw. Bounces it outside now. Pulls it down. Wants to run. 25. Tossed into the Heights bench at about the 26-yard line. Going to be well short of the first down. And the Titans are going to have to punt. Ball spotted at the 26 after a quick first down. After the good punt and penalty, Lorain's going to have to give it back from their own 26. Williamson will kick. Number 19, DeMario Mason, looks to be the deep man for Heights. Timeout, Heights. Chavis is in as the personal protector. Last week when they did that, they ran the fake. I don't know if that's what Coach McFarland had planned, but that may be what Coach Rotsky wants to talk to his defense about. Normally the up man is Sam McGuigan. Now it could just be that they've changed the punt. Okay. 4th and 5 at the 26. Not the part of the field where you'd think normally about faking. Titans have the tight line. Cleveland Heights has everybody but 10 up front. Snap back to Eddie, catches it with one hand, gets it away. It's high. Fair catch called for and made at the 44, diving ahead to the 45. Field looks clear, and Cleveland Heights going to take over in great field position, depending on where the spot is. 44, 45-yard line. They're going to credit him with the gravity and give it to him at the 45 where he fell. So 1st and 10 there. Lorain on top, 14-7. 11-10 to go in the half. Taylor Jones in the offense out. Behind him, number 25, Marquise Watkins, the running back. 2 receivers far side, slot man and a wide receiver on the near side. The guy that the Titans have had to solve is big number 5 on the far side, Jalen Harris. There's instead a give, trying to bounce it outside, gets to the 46, maybe the 47 on the hit by Aaron Huff. That's Jones, the quarterback. So give him a couple. On the keeper. With the tight slot man, now they bring the wide receiver in on the far side and tighten up the formation. Now they go into the gun for Jones, motion for the first time tonight, and everybody obviously, as we said, not on the same page, and it's a miracle that doesn't happen more often. The 3 wide receivers were well into their patterns, and nobody else in the offense had moved. So the nonverbal cues weren't received that time. 5 yards will make it 2nd and 13, and we'll get a few new players into the offense. Now they're going to bring number 5, Harris, to the near side. He'll be the only receiver. He's over here with Mincy. 3 to the right. Jalen Avery, 12, now goes in motion to put 4 out there. It looks like they want to bubble it out to him. He had trouble with it, dropped it. I believe they're going to call that pass incomplete as well. They should. Otherwise it would have been a fumble. He didn't really have it in time to make a football move. So going to be 3rd and 13. Boy, the first quarter was all offense. 3 touchdowns in the first 8 minutes. The last 2 possessions have resulted in punts, and it's 3rd and 13 for Cleveland Heights. Straight back to pass, now rolling to the middle field, wants to go long, got a man, nobody playing the ball. Davis was right stride for stride, but never saw the football, and not being able to handle a receiver. James Crowder, number 7, and Cleveland Heights will give it back with the punt. Davis was certainly out there in good shape, but he never looked back at the football. If he had, he might have had an interception. Punt formation. Max Marshall, 12 yards off the ball. Mincy and Neal deep. Kick angled to the far side to Aaron Neal. He picks it up on a hop at the 17, 20, 25, 30. Cuts it inside, going to go down about the 32. There is a flag on the play. Flag is back at the 19 in the area where you'd expect it to be either a holding or an illegal block. Lorain. So instead of the decent field position at the 34, they'll march at half the distance to the goal from the 19, and Titans will start again inside the 10-yard line. So another possession starts with ugly field position for Lorain. And Lorain has not had a good possession in a couple. They made a first down on the first play last series. It was a bubble to Rashad Berry, but then were unable to get a second one and had to punt. This one starts at the 9, straight ahead. Finishing the run to the 17 is Chavis. Going to give him 7 on that, as it'll be 2nd and 3. That was a good line surge there. Straight ahead, Williamson's got it. Williamson dances in the hole, nothing doing, as the quick penetration took the option look away, and Eddie was forced to cut it up when he didn't want to and got back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 3. Cleveland Heights seems to be on top of the Lorain offense at this point. They're crowding the line of scrimmage. Williamson going to follow. This is the play he scored on. They follow the 2 blockers, but I don't think he got there. A lot of it's going to depend on the spot as they untangle down there at the 20. The call is short of the first down, but now they move the sticks. So we'll give him the first down. Williamson falls forward. All 5'7" of Eddie falls forward for the first down, and a big one it is. 1st and 10, just outside the 20. Williamson wants to throw. Now he's going to be hit. Going to get, again, down. Going to lose about 9 as he had no chance. It was a 2-man pattern, and he had nobody but Brown and Berry, and they were bracketed by 3 Tigers.
Well, Jay, they have a beautiful stadium, but the concession stands to get a bottle of water is a little slow.
So 2nd and 19. You didn't miss much, partner. This is a situation Lorain's been able to avoid most of the season. There's the screen pass, but it's the middle screen pass, and it did fool no one.
No.
Not sure if that's Aaron Neal or not. Or is it Sherman Saunders? Let's see. Saunders got a couple, but not much. It's going to be 3rd and 16. Got to get to the 30 here. Cleveland Heights is not the kind of team you can say no big deal against. They've been winning the field position battle in the last 6 or 8 minutes. 7:15 to go. Williamson quick kicks. Good kick, too. Going to hit at the 50 and bounce sideways. Get down there by Kevin Davis. Good idea. Gets it out without worry of a return.
Yeah.
and the field position is going to be great for Cleveland Heights. But if there had been somebody there to catch that, we'd have given them another 10 or 12 yards in all probability.
And unfortunately, Eddie just didn't get a roll. I mean, if he'd have got a roll on that, he might have been talking another 20 yards the other way. But
yeah, that's what you count on when you go to the quick kick, too.
Especially on the
turf
surface here.
He just didn't get it to turn over, as they say, and it was backspin instead of top spin. So Heights will take over in Lorain territory at the 48. Lorain kicks on 3rd down. And under center now is Taylor Jones. Done that once or twice before. I formation, quarterback sneak, and he gets down inside the 45 to the 44. And that time he delivered the blow. He lowered the shoulders and got the best of Sterling Jeffries, who had him right there. Low pads win, as they say, and he got 4. I formation, tailback with the fullback at leading, going to get 1 or 2 and stood up. Kenneth Washington, first man on the play. Jeffries was there along with Neal and Davis. Andres Torres, 53, also on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. I wouldn't be surprised if this were 2-down territory, or 4-down territory.
Yeah, I agree.
Throws another lineman down. Orsler puts his hand on the carpet, which gives the big cushion for the slot receiver, and that's where he's looking. He's got the outside guy.
Penalty marker on the near side.
Penalty marker on the near side is something happened on the line, and judging from the reaction of the Cleveland Heights sideline, this one's going to come back.
Yeah, coaches aren't happy at all.
Jalen Harris, number 5, was the receiver on the play. It's the chop block on Heights. So it's not just the little one.
No. Big penalty there. Takes away the 1st down.
Same penalty that cost Lorain 10 yards earlier on the punt return. Going to penalize Heights back to their side of the 50 at the 47. They've got to get to the 38 for a 1st down, so it's going to be about 16. Call it 15, I guess, as they spot it. Twin receivers, I formation for Taylor Jones. Lorain backs out of the heavy front, throw, slant, just behind the receiver and dropped. And he probably would have had a 1st down, although Sam McGuigan, 21, was bearing down.
Yeah. Again, looking for Harris on the slant route. Luckily for the Titans, falls incomplete.
So 4th and 15 at the 47. And the Titan defense even pushes them back 5 on the series. Titans will get it back apparently on the punt. Marshall back in punt formation. Good snap, angle kick. Going to bounce at the 23. Mincy at the 8 gets thrown backwards.
And the Titans are going to start deep in their own territory.
3rd possession in a row that Lorain will start inside their own 10-yard line. The last 2 have been because of penalties. This was just a punt that was fielded and an immediate tackle.
Well, the offensive scoring has come to a standstill after the 1st quarter.
Almost exactly opposite of last week's game, where the first 6 minutes there was nothing happening, and then there was all kinds of scoring.
Again, if you're Lorain High, be smart with the football right here.
5:28 in the half. Williamson going to run the option pitch. Chavis got it, tries to bounce it outside. He just tiptoed. You can't do that against this defense.
No, they strung it out.
You get one move. In fact, he's going to lose 4.
Dancing will not get you anything.
That was one of the few times this year that Carlos has looked like a sophomore.
Yeah. And Cleveland Heights is pursuing very well.
Well, and you can see they've got a lot of athletes, which is what Coach Rotsky is known for defensively, is the kind of 11 linebackers and safeties kind of mold. Likes mobility.
Look out.
Got to get rid of it. Now he's going to get out of the end zone. 5, 10, 15. Hit from behind and pushed forward to about the 16. Talk about something out of nothing.
Yeah, there was a blitzer that was coming in on Eddie very fast, but Eddie was able to elude it.
So it makes it, makes it a doable third down, third and about 4. Brown is to the near side. Barry and Neal far side. Full backfield for Eddie. Let's see what he wants him in. He's going to throw. He's got a man. First down and more. Out to the 30 is Aaron Neal. Cradled that up against the body and just kind of got what he could.
Eddie slung it in there. It's a big first down for the Titans, and even if they don't go down and score here, again, clock movement and just tilting that field position a little bit.
Credit Aaron with a nice response to the football. Give straight ahead. Is Chavis going to get a couple? Credit him to the 33, it looks like.
And Cleveland Heights is doing a nice job of not allowing the Titans to get those chunks of yardage that we're so accustomed to seeing them get.
Good tackling.
Yes.
Second and 7 for Lorain. Same play difference. That's the option, and that's Saunders puts his head down, lowers the boom out over the 35. Going to be near the 37. Let's see where they mark this. Going to be third down and call it 3.5. Got to get to the 40. 3:45 to go in the half.
Corners are up tight.
Williamson
Look out.
Pulls the snap down. Now he's looking to scramble, throws. Just got rid of it outside. Threw it in the vicinity of Aaron Neal, but the discretion to live enough to fight another day. Good by Eddie Williamson.
Yeah, snap was high. You don't want to turn the ball over.
We'll see the more routine kind of punt here, not the quick kick as the last time, as Williamson will go into punt formation. Chavis again is the up man. Heights with 1 deep and 10 on the line. Deep number 19 is DeMario Mason. Williamson gets it away, gets run into.
And penalty marker comes in.
Marker comes out.
That's should give the Titans a first down.
No matter what it is, because it was 4th and 4.
Yeah, that should give the Titans a first down.
Ball touched dead at the 33, but in just a second we're going to say that never happened.
Yep.
Because Eddie got hit on the last one, and there was no call. This time he, I don't know, sold it a little bit better maybe. So they'll go to the line, which was between the 36 and 37 yard lines, and then they will mark off. 5 yards, I would believe, running into the kicker. Wasn't a big hit.
But hey,
his foot was on its way down. I mean, it's one that Eddie will laugh about later.
And if you're Coach Rotsky, you can't be happy with that because you just gave the Titans another set of downs.
And now you're out near midfield, Lorain, and with 3:33 to go in the half, you got 1 timeout left only. But you got a 7-point lead at 14-7. Barry and Brown near side. Neal alone on the far side. All kinds of movement inside, and I think Josh Fenn might have moved on the end of the line. The question is, did he move in response to, or?
That's what the officials are talking about.
It's going to be against Lorain, judging by the movement of the line.
Seems that way. Yep.
So 5 of those yards will go back. But the good news is it's first down.
Right.
Their 5 gave us a first down. Our 5 just gave us a little harder time converting now. Back it up to the 37. Titans over the ball. Brown and Barry near side. Neal far side. Looks like they want a corner blitz on that far side. Just called that off. Over the middle, Rashad off his hands as he gets bracketed by a couple of Tigers. Unable to pull it in. It was a little bit behind him, and he got the left hand on it. Couldn't get the right hand on it.
They're definitely bracketing him as he's making his routes.
Catchable ball, but it would have been a heck of a play.
Yeah.
The Heights athletic ability in the secondary is allowing them to cover our receivers with a minimum number. Chavis cuts it up 40, 45. Gets about 8. Going to make it 3rd and 7.
Nice run by Carlos. Again, he made the one move, didn't dance too much.
Williamson trots back to the line, had a word with Coach McFarland. 3 minutes as we get ready to snap this one. 3 minutes and a half, Lorain 14-7. All of the scoring on the first 3 possessions. Saunders, first, nope, he's going to get out over the 50 at about the 49, going to be a yard short. Forgot about the penalty.
Yeah. Looks like we have an injured.
Got a Tiger down. The ball's going to be spotted just across the 50, so it's going to be 4th and about a yard and a half. And what it's going to do, the injury is going to let Lorain talk things over.
A lot of options here.
Okay, you know Cleveland Heights is getting the ball coming out to start the second half. I don't know if that affects your decision-making or not. You know you only have 1 timeout. That's something else to consider. You know your defense has been playing pretty well after the first possession. But you also know that you could give up the short field here if you go for it and don't make it. Now, do they have some sort of a try to draw them off sides play?
Very well could be.
They could be talking over.
Be interesting to see what Coach McFarland does here.
The Heights player hobbles off. 15, Zach Ford, 170-pound junior. You know, as you look at the Cleveland Heights defense, looks like they may have 4 200-pounders up front, and everybody else is in that 175 to 195 run like the wind range that Coach Rotsky favored at Maple Heights. Bump and run coverage. Lorain comes up. Williamson walks to the line, takes the snap, and
he got it.
Goes forward for the first down, and then there's
penalty
a flag.
Marker.
And Eddie was in motion. Eddie's got to be set.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call.
It's twice that they've run this play, and it's definitely illegal motion. And you have to be set for a count before you can snap it when you're moving forward. And Eddie is walking up and not pausing. So
maybe he thought he was in Canada.
Now that takes it back to the 45-yard line, and I would think 2:30 to go. Let's see what.
My guess is Eddie's going to punt it, but maybe he'll punt it out of the offensive formation. I don't know.
We did this last time. We did the quick kick. Williamson walks to the line, now walks back. Now he's set, lines down. Whistle, timeout. Okay, Lorain runs 18 seconds of clock there, and then takes the timeout to get the punt team in. So Cleveland Heights will get it back. They've got 2 timeouts left.
Again, a little chess match going on here.
You know, the one thing you don't want to do with a 14-7 lead is give up a big one now and then be on your heels coming out defensively. So these last 2 minutes.
You want to go into the half with the score 14-7.
Titans talking it over. Osbohannon and Williamson and Chavis talking it over.
It's funny how the first quarter was one style of football, the second quarter is another.
Well, and you know what? That's 2 football coaches playing the chess match game to extreme and making adjustments. Credit defensive coach Bill Grooms. Williamson high snap.
Look out, Eddie.
Gets it away. Good kick. Going to take a bounce, and then did that hit? Did that hit a Heights player?
Titans are saying yes. The referees are saying no. Hard to tell from this angle. There was some players around there, that's for sure.
The ball's down at the 26. Now they're in conversation again, but that's just to switch the footballs and for the referees to switch ends of the field.
If you're Lorain High, no big plays. Be smart.
Yeah.
Get out of the first half with a score 14-7.
Who'd have believed that after about 4 minutes or 8 minutes? Heights will come out. Von Avery, 12 is going to, no, he's the running back. There's the give to him. Avery's got it, just crosses near side, picks up a couple. Aaron Huff right there.
Nice play by Aaron.
Okay, and then we're going to bring it out to the, call it the 28. 28. Okay, Heights quickly over the ball, but on minute 45 now, Rotsky signals the home run. He took a big swing, like a baseball swing that time. I would think.
Watch out for Jalen Harris.
And you've got Aaron Neal back at the 45-yard line, about as deep as a safety's going to be. Running around now, hit, ball over the middle, late.
That's intercepted.
Kevin Davis.
All right.
You know, don't throw deep late over the middle, and there it was, and Kevin Davis reacted to the ball.
Well, Cardinal sin there by the quarterback, rolling one way, throwing across his body, back to the middle, dangerous, and Kevin Davis with the play for the Titans.
So now Lorain with the ball on the Heights 41. That's the good news. The bad news is a minute 26 and no times out. You've got incomplete passes and first downs to stop the clock, and certainly you've got your share of home run hitters as well.
Let's see Rashad Berry somewhere in this area here.
Big split out there between the tackle and guard on the far side.
Secondary backing up a little bit.
Williamson at the 50, looks long, steps up, runs, pulls it down, going to get hit behind the line and lose about a yard, and the clock will roll. And that may be worse than the anything else, is that Eddie didn't, trying to make a play, didn't throw it away. He didn't have anybody.
No.
It's a three-man pattern.
Once the protection broke down, he was kind of between a rock and a hard place.
I'd like to see him throw the swing here to one of the backs. There it is.
There you
Carlos
go.
Chavis down 25, down to the 23 for the first down, and that stops the clock to move the pegs with 50 seconds to play.
Titans, plenty of time.
We're not, Steve, we're not in field goal range.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
First and 10, Lorain, call it the 24. And that's what they're giving you here, the way they're playing things, is they're either covering tight with the wide guys or rushing, and the back out of the backfield looks to be the option. There goes Chavis on the same play. That time he's picked up, and Eddie rolls, gets outside, gets out of bounds to stop the clock with a couple of yards. Now give him a yard to the 23. He had Berry to the near corner of the end zone covered.
Yeah, and once he rolled out to the opposite side, I think he almost...
When he pulled it down, it was to get out of bounds.
Yep.
34 seconds left, 2nd and 9. Williamson takes the snap.
Good protection.
Good protection. Now he rolls to the middle of the field. Now he throws it down to the corner. Barry goes up and catches it out of bounds on the white.
Nice catch, but unfortunately it ran out of real estate.
Well, what Eddie did was he put that where only Rashad in his 6'4" was going to get it. He had a good box out.
Again, shows you the athleticism of Rashad on that play. Even though it went for naught, it was a nice catch. Extending himself.
3rd and 9, 25 seconds to go.
Titans, you might want to see a dump off to a running back here.
Well, they've got 2 in the backfield. Twins to the near side, so the wide side of the field. Sherm Saunders is 3rd man out.
Sherm.
That's who he's looking for, and he overthrew him for a touchdown.
Sherm had him.
Yeah, on the wheel route, Sherm just circled out of the backfield and over the middle. He went by the linebacker, and that may be the linebacker down on the 15 with some sort of a cramp as he gets late getting up.
I think Eddie threw the ball just a little bit before he wanted to.
Now they're going to have that Heights player step off. 20 seconds to go. It's 4th and 9. I'm predicting after this play somebody will have a first down.
I think you might be right.
So 14-7 Lorain, 20 seconds to go in the half. Courtesy of a Kevin Davis interception, Lorain's down inside the 25, but it's 4th and 9. picked up 1 first down on the possession. Williamson fakes the give. He's still got it. He ball fakes, comes down, trying to get to the
He got the first.
And the first down. We'll see.
I think he got the first.
I think he did, the way the officials stepped to the sidelines. 13 seconds to go. They plop it down at about a football length inside the 14, and that's going to move them. Now the officials signal timeout. The ball's still at the sidelines,
yeah,
which is a really easy measure.
Yeah, I don't know what they're looking at. It looks like a first down. And they're going to measure?
Well, they put it 3 yards off for safety, so they just have to walk it up. And now they put the sticks down, and it's close.
And they gave it to Cleveland Heights.
And that's the deceiving part about those 3 yards, is the angle that it gives you here.
Yep.
So by less than a length of the football, Heights holds, and they take over on downs at the 14-yard line, their own 14. So Lorain unable to convert the gift possession there.
My guess is Cleveland Heights will take a knee, but you never know.
I think they have too many athletes to just give up a chance for somebody to bust one. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of a toss sweep or something to get an athlete in space.
Yeah.
What they don't want to do is take a chance on a
strip sack or something.
Or a strip sack or something like. Well, now they're going to go into that victory formation. No, okay, yep, they are. But they've got a wide receiver out here. Okay, he downs it, and they'll live to play another day. We've played 2 at Cleveland Heights. Week 9, Lorain 14, Heights 7. Back with second half action after this timeout.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Listen to me.
I have 30 seconds.
What did you about me?
About being a kid with a disability.
I am a joker.
I am a songwriter.
And I'm here to learn.
I am a girl who likes math and science.
I am Courtney. Right between you.
Hey, I'm speaking up.
And I am not.
And I'm not.
And I am not going to be bullied. Got it?
Ferguson, Steve Cawthon, Joe Bach back here at Cleveland Heights. It's halftime. The Lorain Titans on top of the Cleveland Heights Tigers 14-7. And Steve, it really was the tale of 2 different football games.
Yeah, we thought we were going to have one of those games where points were flying all over the scoreboard, and then after the first quarter, nothing. It just stopped.
You know, Lorain got the opening kickoff, took about 6 minutes to score. 6:07 of the first, they went on an Eddie Williamson run. He threw a 2-yard pass to Aaron Neal for the conversion. It was 8-0 just like that. About 1 minute and 40 seconds later, Heights got on the board on a 40-yard pass to their tall, talented wide receiver, Jalen Harris, and they kicked the conversion 8-7. They kicked off, and 12 seconds later, Kevin Davis ended up in the end zone, the other end of an 82-yard kickoff return. And Lorain was on top 14-7 with 4:17 to go in the first quarter, and we haven't scared the goal line since.
No, so we'll see what the second half has to offer, as the Titans are set to start it off with Sherm Saunders kicking off. But big thing is the Titans have the lead, which is good, so it'd be nice to continue down the path.
Yeah, it's an uneasy lead, but 7-0. Saunders' kick is short, going to hit at about the 33, bounce around, falling on at the 29. by number 4, John Jackson. Good discretion on his part. He tried to field it, and it bounced away. It was kind of a funny-looking kick flying through the air. It looked like somebody shot it down.
Yeah, he looked kind of uncomfortable trying to pick that up, so he probably was making the right decision there just to start.
The field position starts at the 29. I'm sure Lorain is happy with that result. Anytime in high school football you keep a team inside the 30, your kick team has done a job.
Yes, without a doubt.
I formation now for Heights. Taylor Jones is under center. Motion, give. It's the fullback lead play for the tailback. Lowers his shoulder and gets out to the 33-yard line. Bohannon, Jeffries, Neal in the area. Going to be a gain of, call it 4.
Avery just barreled his way down there, stuck his head in there.
Well, they've played a couple of different styles. This is the power look. I formation, tight receiver in the slot. Now they look over. They've got a split to each side, but they've got a second receiver to the far side in the slot. Now Orsler walks up. 3-step drop to the outside man, first down and more. It's the cut, and out near the 50 is number 5. That's Harris. Sam McGuigan on the tackle, but it's the 49 and a first down.
Made the quick move there and got away from the initial contact.
They're just counting the box. They're going to run it 6.5 in the box that time. Nice cut and big gainer. And all the way down inside the 35 is number 25, Marquise Watkins. McGuigan again on the tackle, but that was a big chunk. Down to the 32-yard line.
Tigers have seemed to have found a rhythm here to open the second half.
Like I said, they're counting the box. 6.5. They'll run it again, and they're running away from the half. Bohannon, but missed the tackle, and then down inside the 25. Orsler there, along with Neal and Washington. I thought we were being invaded. The ambulance just went by on the street to our right.
Kind of like being at Wrigley Field when you...
The fire trucks get called out. 10:40, 2nd and 2 for Heights. Again, the tight formation. Lorain now with the 5 down linemen, 2 linebackers. 7 in the box, 1-on-1 to the outside, but they'll run it again. This time, you hear somebody in the background yelling, he missed the hole, because he missed the hole.
Late penalty marker.
Late penalty marker. This is so far after the play as to almost...
My guess is someone was talking.
Yeah, it's going to be 15.
Question is, which way is it going to go?
The officials talking it over. Unsportsmanlike. Cleveland Heights.
Okay. Somebody might have used some magic words.
Yeah, boy, that's a big penalty.
Coaching staff is not happy about that.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Now it's going to be 3rd and 16, is my guess.
And it's a dead ball foul, so big play for the Titans.
I think I know who it was on, just judging by the conversation on the sidelines and who it's being held closely and with. So when they're done walking, we're going to be out to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down, but instead of being 2, it's going to be 17.
Definitely changes the complexion.
Still that power I formation. 2 receivers out wide on the far side now. Lorain with 6 in the box. They'll be happy to give up 5 or 6 on the ground here. Although I think Heights would almost be willing to go for it. Now they shift into the split backs look.
Watch
out of the eye.
The top, Jalen Harris.
1-on-1 with Kevin Davis. They look near side though. Now he's going to roll far side. Barry's on the loose. Chasen gets a hit as it's thrown again over the middle. And there's a flag on the play as this one is picked off as well.
Kevin Davis again.
No, is it? Yeah, it is Kevin Davis, but let's see what the flag is. This may be an ineligible man downfield. It was thrown right at the line of scrimmage over here near the Heights bench.
Rashad Berry bearing down on him.
Ineligible man downfield against Heights. Obviously, that will be declined. And the Lorain defense holds again on the late throw over the middle and the interception by Kevin Davis.
And the Buckeye Berry, the pressure that really made that play happen.
One of the most humorous things we've seen all year was that extra point try last week when he was bearing down on the Euclid quarterback who just kind of flipped it to the sideline and said, "Now, no thanks." So Lorain takes over on the 15, 1st and 10, first possession of the third quarter. Williamson straight ahead, give. Chavis still on his feet, bounces it to the outside, got a first down.
There
and
you go.
The 30. That
effort right there from Carlos Chavis.
I hate the term second effort. That was continual effort.
Just didn't give up on the play.
If it had only been a first effort, then a second effort, he'd have been knocked out. He just kept his feet moving, bounced out of a tackle, and got 16 on the longest run from scrimmage to the night for the Titans. Williamson going to follow the two backs into the hole. He gets ahead out over the 35. And you know what that play does is it just turns Eddie into a running back and gives you two lead blockers, and you kind of outnumber the guys in the box. That way you've got 7 blockers.
And Eddie's more than capable of doing that.
And they've only got, now they've put an 8th up in the box. One-on-one on all the outside receivers. Williamson straight ahead. Chavis, first down and more. Out near the 50 before he's brought down. Call it the 49. Carlos is ripping off chunks.
And that's what you like to see if you're the Titans, is Carlos Chavis just running that football and getting chunks and chunks of yardage.
If you're a Lorain fan, you like to remind yourself he's only a 10th.
Oh, I keep, you know, that's they are loaded at running back. There's no doubt about it.
8:45 to go, third quarter. Lorain 14-7. Williamson on the option, going to tuck it in. Just they're taking away the inside, and nothing there. Got absolutely nothing. He's going to put it at the 49, no gain. Going to make him off schedule at 2nd and 10. They're too fast for the length of time that play takes.
Yeah. They have a very...
They're optioning one guy, and there's 2 more there.
Good pursuit.
Straight ahead, Eddie pitches now. That's Saunders on the pitch, 50, 45, lowers the shoulder, first down, and down to the 36.
Pretty play right there.
15 for Sherm.
Again, Eddie just knows when to give that football up. Well, sometimes you hold your breath because you're like, oh,
that's
no,
the
you're good.
Pitch right there, I think. That's the called play, and he got it outside, and Sherm got good leverage with a block from the end of the line. This is Williamson on student body left, inside the 35 and down near the 33. Call it the 32 and a gain of 4. Same play, straight ahead, Williamson down inside the 35, 34, maybe a little bit more, but it's going to bring up a third down and about 4.
Very big possession here for Lorain High.
4 down territory, unless something unseemly happens. 7:05 to go, third quarter, 14-7 Lorain. Give to Chavis.
Nice move.
First down and more. Inside the 20, makes another move. Inside the 15, down inside the 10, before he's wrestled to the ground at about the 9.
That was a beautiful run by Carlos.
Just keeps the feet moving.
And those moves, if you notice, were quick. Boom, boom, nothing.
And they might have been a sidestep, but they weren't the dance.
Right, they weren't dances, exactly.
That was the jab and keep moving forward. First and goal, Lorain. Ball on the 9. We were here earlier, didn't get anything. Williamson down to the 5 and more. Williamson down to about the 2. He kept the feet churning, as did some of his buddy Sly Worthy down there on the lead block.
Titans knocking on the door.
Second and goal at about the 2. Williamson, give to
touchdown.
The house. Carlos Chavis, 2 yards.
Beautiful. Great drive for the Titans here in the third quarter.
Carlos Chavis with the 2-yard run. The Titans go 85 the first time they get the ball, compliments of the interception. Kevin Davis, this one paid off.
Yeah, Coach McFarland's got to love that drive.
Because you really didn't feel comfortable with Heights coming out and getting the ball in the second half, and they moved it. And then that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty stalled them and was good news for Lorain. So 20-7, and they'll go for the 2. Williamson with the full backfield. Barry's in the slot with Neal to his left. Near side, Dejon Brown. Snap back, give, straight ahead. Chavis not going to get anywhere. It's a play they scored on, and that time it fooled no one.
Yeah.
But the Titans go up 2 plays, 20-7. And the first score of the second half was going to be big. And for the Titans to get that lead, this is as big as it's been all night.
Got to feel good about that. Now you just got to go back and play some defense. And again, Lorain High has done a nice job since that first drive of the game by the Tigers.
Again, what's on the line tonight? Well, Lorain is currently number 17 in the Division I, Region 1. They take 16 to the playoffs. Now, Maslin Perry and Maslin Jackson are playing tonight, and they're 13 and 16. Elyria and Solon, well, it's Elyria and Stowe are playing. Elyria is number 12. They were losing 10-7 to Stowe, I believe. Hudson, of course, leads the region. They were number 1 before last night's beatdown of Mentor. Mentor was floor. I'd imagine they might drop back a place or 2. But the region stretches down. Westerville Central is number 2 in the region. You've got teams out of Toledo. Austintown Fitch from the Youngstown area is number 5. And it's a big area.
And how nice is it that we're talking about a playoff possibility for the Lorain High Titans
Sherman
with 2 games left.
6:21 to go. Puts foot into ball. Line drive kick going to be caught at about the 12. Straight up the gut, Titan style, to the 33-yard line. Tackle on the play by 24, Kyle Greenfield, 41, Quentin Pardon. And that's where Heights will start. Call it the 33. 1st and 10. Now Heights made some good adjustments at the half. It was in fact rolling in the I formation.
Yeah. If I'm Cleveland Heights, I might go back to we're going to put the ball in the air with the short passing game. That seemed to work early. They've kind of tried to mix it up since then, but
I wouldn't be surprised to see them. We'll stick with the I formation and keep your mouth shut getting up from the tackle.
Yeah.
Because the big play of that drive was the unsportsmanlike. Straight ahead, fullback lead for the
Go.
tailback, and there's a big hole. Bounces it to the outside. Going to get run down at about the 31. But that goes from 33 to 31, 36 yards on the carry for number 25, Marquise Watkins.
And that's not what you want if you're Lorain High, to get a big chunky yardage on the very first play of that drive.
And that's just your basic fullback lead in the eye.
Nothing fancy.
This is old school. There it is on the off tackle. Same idea, but they run it wider into the far side. Ball carrier was Javon Avery, 12.
Looks like we have an injured player over there on the far side.
He's going to get about 4 or 5. So there's an injured Tiger right on the stripe. So they'll take time. The trainers trot across the field. 5:49 to go, 3rd quarter. After a scoreless second quarter, Lorain gets on the board in their first possession of the 3rd quarter on a big, long 85-yard march. Carlos Chavis did a lot of the work on the ground and got the final 2. You couldn't be much farther away than we are from the injured players.
No, it's way over there. I think he's almost in the parking lot.
You know, again, Steve, as you know, as I sit here and marvel at this facility, because I was here before when the Astro dirt was here.
I've heard your horror stories.
And this is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility.
Well, but here, we got a chance for a moment here to talk, and you had sat down with Rashad Berry earlier in the week.
Yeah, Rashad is a great kid, and obviously the word around town is, I'm assuming, spread that he has made a commitment to The Ohio State University, and I got a chance to sit down and talk to him today, and just what a great young man. Really proud of the city of Lorain. He had opportunities to maybe play his high school football somewhere else, decided to stay here. He told me he's just soaking it all in, enjoying the moment as, the future is, bright for him heading down, play with the Buckeyes and Urban Meyer. And I asked him, I said, what made the choice for you to stay in Ohio? I know Michigan State was hot and heavy after him. He said it's home. Kind of the same philosophy he had with staying with the Titans in Lorain High. It's his home, and he felt that was important. The Buckeye Nation gave him a lot of love, and he just felt really comfortable there. So, as he moves forward, his goals are to obviously continue to develop as a player. I mean, physically, he's an athlete that can, the kid looks like an NFL player as a high school senior. And I asked him, I said, when did you realize you were going to, you had the potential to be special? He said, a couple years ago, it kind of started to hit me, and then he had to work harder, get better, and he has.
Heights puts it in play, three-step drop, throw to the outside is caught and then dropped as Mincy closes on number 1, Jackson. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and it's 2nd and 10. Injured player was 12, Javon Avery for Cleveland Heights, and he was carried off the field in a manner that you don't like to see.
Yeah, that's not good.
Looked like a cramp.
Yeah.
So back to the line. 3rd and about 6 for Heights. I formation. Fake the tailback give, rolling near side to throw, under pressure, outside to the back, and he's got a first down and more. Neal bumps him out of bounds, but not till he's at the 13. Gain of 14 and a first down. And just like at the end of the half for Lorain, nobody picked up the back out of the backfield.
Kind of snuck out there, and Daniels found him there, picked up the first.
There's a give straight ahead, bounce, and down near and inside the 5 goes Watkins. It's going to be 2nd and about 2. Heights picks up the tempo a little bit. Taylor Jones, they got him under center again, I formation. Using Lorain's tricks against him, the fullback lead into the hole, not much there, maybe a yard. Neal from his safety position. Nice
stick there by Aaron Neal.
53, Torres on the tackle. Going to get a yard, make it 3rd and 1. And not a long one either, I don't think. They turn. It's huge play in this game.
Yeah. And I'm going to assume they would be in 4-down territory.
Although they do have a kicker. Snap back, give, near side. Cuts it up, going to have the first down. Stood up at about the 2. Aaron Huff, Kenneth Washington, Nas Bohannon, Percy, Perry Mincy, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Heights at the 2.
Well, Lorain High put it in the end zone, and now Cleveland Heights is knocking on the door.
That's what happened in the first quarter. Lorain scored, Cleveland Heights came right back. And they're looking to answer again. Lorain up 13, 20-7. They scored following the 2nd Kevin Davis interception of the evening. 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Turn, give, straight back, submarine.
Nice play.
That's a great tackle.
Is that Huff?
That's Aaron Huff.
Nice play by Aaron.
It met the running back low in the hole, got pads beneath pads, and won the collision.
You can't really get out of that kind of a tackle.
That was Watkins, and he may have lost a yard. Anytime you see a backer scrape that clean, you've got to assume that the guys in front of him are doing something special. Motion now to the near side, and they'll run that. Oh, they're going to run the boot.
Nice.
And
pressure.
Unloading it incomplete. That was Orsler with the jersey, and on the swing and around, he managed to get it out in the direction of a receiver.
Yeah, he's lucky on that play because Robert had him dead to rights.
So 3rd and 3, line over the ball. Fresh receiver in number 2, Butler, goes into the slot. I formation, tight splits on the line, with the exception of the right tackle. Look at that, Steve, how much wider he is than the rest of the line.
Yes.
So, Cleveland Heights
penalty marker, procedure.
Before the music again.
There you
the
go.
Receiver to the far side.
So far, so good for the Titans in this crucial goal line stand.
So it's going to take it back to the 9. And inside the 9, it's still goal to go. 3rd down and goal from the 9 now. And for Heights, I think that was not going to be a pass play.
Yeah.
Motion to the near side. Now they want to throw that way to the fade to the big fella who pushed off, got away with it, but the pass was too far gone. He pushed when he didn't need to, and if he looked for the ball, he might have been able to haul it in.
Now, if you're Coach Rodsky, what do you do here? You kick it or you go for it on 3rd and goal at the 9?
Well, having not seen them enough to know if they're a gambling team or a field goal team or how.
It looks like they're gonna
roll the dice.
Yep.
Now timeout, Lorain.
And this is a huge play for the Titans.
Yeah, you've got 3:13 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Lorain 20, Heights 7. Heights is knocking on the door. 3rd and goal at the 9.
What's that?
4th and goal.
What's that old song? Someone's knocking at the door and someone's gonna be ringing the bell.
Yeah. And
question is who?
Yeah, like I said before, it's going to be a first down after that.
That's right.
Because touchdowns are first downs. Turnovers on downs are first downs.
Whatever the result of this play, you can go back probably at the end and circle it one way or the other.
Yeah, this is certainly a huge stop if the Titans can hold them. And for Cleveland Heights, you don't want to say anything is a must score, but
yeah, they've had a really nice drive in.
Yeah, they've moved the ball twice that they've had it this quarter and got nothing to show for it. The interception on the previous drive came at the 15. Under quarterback pressure.
Tight coverage on the near side.
Trips to the far side, shotgun, bobbled
snap, and there you go.
Kenneth Washington says,
no can do.
We'll take it back. So the bobbled snap, and then Mr. Washington slammed the door.
That was a big stand for the Titans defense.
Steve, do you know Kenneth?
No, I do not.
There probably isn't a lighter Division I defensive tackle in Northern Ohio than he is. I got to believe he's all of about 175 pounds. And he mixes it up inside there with the centers and guards every week and does a great job.
Yeah, he did a nice job right there making that play. Big time play.
Straight ahead give. Chavis going to get it out over the 15 and not much more. Give him a yard.
And now if you're Lorain High, you'd like to run the rest of this quarter out.
Well, you'd absolutely like to pick up a couple first downs and flip the field.
Yep.
I mean, obviously the goal every time you have the ball is to move it and score, but at the very least, Williamson pitch, Saunders, 10, 15, 20, 25 first down.
Good job, Sherm.
Finishes the run out to the 27. The clock stops with 2:36 to go, 3rd quarter.
Moves the chains for Lorain High.
That's been a very successful play. This is Chavis again straight ahead. He's out near the 30. Going to be just short. Pickup of a couple. Let's give him 2, 2nd and 8. Williamson straight ahead. Got the first down out across the 38.
Nice.
And that's the, you know, we've called student body right and student body left all year. That's just student body front and center.
And that's the nice thing. You know, Eddie can do that.
He takes a step back, and he's got Big Sherm and Carlos, who's maybe not the same bulk, but certainly powerful, leading him with that big offensive line, and he's chewing off 6 or 7 a clip. And Eddie's certainly capable of that.
Without a doubt.
1st and 10. Going to run near side. Williamson cuts it up. Got nothing. Bounces off a man. Takes it the other way. Cuts it up.
Look out.
50, 45, 40, 30. Brought down from behind. There's a flag. And
are they going to call an illegal block?
well, it's either going to be on the tackle or on the block, and I couldn't see. Yeah, they're going to call it a clip.
The sad thing is they didn't really need to do that.
Well, it was a hustle play.
You know, yeah.
Well, the good news is it's going to be a first down.
Right. Great run by Eddie. I mean, he was stopped for nothing. And again, his athletic ability.
That started out as an option to the near side and ended up just athletic ability cutback. They'll spot the ball after the penalty at the 39 of Heights.
Sometimes I wonder if his size works to his advantage on those plays because he's, yeah, I mean, he's, you know, you could put him in your back pocket, but you can't sometimes catch him.
And they'll move the sticks on the first down and start the clock. The chain crew's not in any hurry. They just arriving now. Williamson ready to go. Clock ticking down under a minute 15. There's the give straight ahead. Saunders, 30. Down near the 25, another first down. And Steve, now, you know, we started back there with a let's turn the field over.
Exactly.
Now let's get points.
Yes, yeah, and you notice now Lorain High's getting those chunks of yardage, 10, 12, 8, you know, moving the football, moving the chains, clock's running.
In my sport, which is played indoors, we say pressure bursts pipes, and that's what's happening right now as the constant pounding of the ground game. 45 seconds to go. Williamson calls it out. 1st and 10 at the 26. Student body straight ahead. Eddie bounces it out. Down to 20 and down near the 18.
Another nice run on first down.
Yep. So give him 8.
My guess is that might be the last play of the quarter for the Titans.
Well, we've got 25 seconds to go. It all depends on what
they set it.
Coach McFarland wants to do here. You might want to run one here just so they don't get a chance to rest.
Yeah.
2nd and 2. Looks like they're gonna. Williamson calls for the ball. Snap back. Give straight ahead. Nope. Pitch out. Chavis. Down. He helicopters his way down near the first down at the 21. There's zeros on the clock. Now they'll spot it. They'll decide whether it's a first down or not. And then they'll walk to the other end. Titans with the only score of the 3rd quarter.
They're going to measure.
20-7, Lorain after 3. As they measure, we'll step away and we'll be back with 4th quarter action right after this timeout.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, you know, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Back here at Cleveland Heights, start of the 4th quarter. Lorain on top, 20-7. It's 3rd and very short for Lorain at the Cleveland Heights 16-yard line. Williamson walks up under center, calls out the signals. Now he backs up into the gun. Saunders and Chavis back there with him. Wouldn't be surprised to see Eddie keep it. Snap back. Williamson's got it. Wants to pitch, does pitch. Sherman had to stop. Now he's got the first down and more down inside the 10. Moved the sticks for the Titans.
Got scared there for a second. I don't know about you, but I thought Sherman was not going to be able to get out of that, but he did.
The timing on the option is not how you draw it up. But Eddie made a good solid pitch. And, you know, one thing that Sherman did was stopped and made sure that he had the football. And that'll bring it down to 1st and goal right at the 10. I mean, ball is touching the 10. That's Barry in motion. Jet sweep. Jumbo jet sweep with Rashad down inside the 5. Cartwheels into the end zone, but he was down with the ball. Most of him was in the end zone, but the part with the ball was not.
He might just be inches outside the goal line, but a nice run by Rashad.
Yeah, when you run that with a little guy, you call it the jet sweep. So with Rashad, like I said, we'll call it the jumbo jet
Yeah, that's
sweep.
definitely a jumbo right there.
2nd and goal from the 1. Barry in motion yet again. First time they've run that play all year. And it caught everybody by surprise. Now Rashad comes back. It's like he forgot where he was going. And obviously just to change the formation. Williamson straight ahead behind
Eddie Williamson.
Behind Sherman Saunders to the house. Eddie Williamson.
Nice run right there. Great drive by the Titans.
Eddie Williamson, what he did there was...
What was that, 86-yard drive?
86 yards.
That's a beautiful drive for the Titans.
Taking it over with about 3:13 to go in the 3rd quarter and using 1:05 of the second, so they had it for a little over 4 minutes.
And again, we talked about flipping the field. Once you got inside the Heights territory, it was then let's score some points.
And it was a job well done for the Titans. Big play was a long run on the quarterback keep, the scramble from Williamson. Timeout now by Eddie. And Titans up 19. Looking to go up 21. 26-7, Lorain.
Okay, folks, I promise this is the last one. What you get when you cross the Tiger and the Buffalo. The response...
All of the breaks here at Cleveland Heights, the field announcer takes the opportunity to tell some really corny jokes. And evidently, the crowd has taken up a collection to get him to stop because he said, I promise this will be the last.
You don't have to worry. I'm not going to do that at George Daniel next week. I promise.
And I don't need to use other people's bad material. I've got my own.
Yeah. It's more funny when it's ad-libbed, it's not planned.
You know, Steve, 85 and 86 yards on the 2 scoring drives in the second half for Lorain. The only 2 times they've had the ball, and one was after an interception and one was after a stop on down. So Heights has been where they want to be, but they haven't been able to convert as the bend but don't break defense.
Exactly. And, it's just a nice turn of events for the Titans here in the second half.
Williamson bobbles the snap. Fortunately, falling on those are returnable. The defense can score on those, but they didn't. They covered it, so the conversion fails. 26-7, though. Lorain on top with 10:55 to go in the ball game. And with whatever playoff hopes Lorain has on the line.
And they are responding to the challenge.
Cleveland Heights with the 2-5 record doesn't look like they have a shot. If their playoff probabilities are very, very, very slim, 1% with a win, no percent for a loss. So they would be arithmetically eliminated with a loss. If this holds, then Lorain's percent would jump up to 73%.
And next week at home.
And one thing we know, we'll jump into the top 16.
And I just got a message, Elyria is losing right now.
That's, Elyria is the number 12 team. in the region. As I said earlier, 16's playing 13, Massillon Perry and Massillon Jackson. Saunders will kick right to left. That one's kind of wobbly, going to hit it about the 20, picked up at the 19, straight ahead, near side. Number 10 is Christian Daniels. He's dropped by Aaron McDowell, and then a late flag. This is about the last thing the Titans would need. It'd be something on them.
And again, if you're Lorain High, you got to play smart football now.
You know, we went through a stretch this year where we were the ones, personal foul, yep. And it made hard to speculate on what it was. It didn't look like it was a face mask or a horse collar, so that the good news is somewhat tempered by the fact that Cleveland Heights is going to be out near the 50-yard line at 48. Lorain up 19 at 26-7. And, you know, the clock is, because it's 3 scores, the clock is an enemy, but this is a Cleveland Heights team that can get in the house fast.
They've got some athletes.
They're going to run the quarterback draw second time tonight. Going to have a first down inside the 40. That was Taylor Jones. He's going to get down to the 41, gain of 11. First down. And this is your nightmare if you're Lorain. You don't want to give up a quick score.
Yeah, you definitely do not want that to happen.
3 down linemen now as they anticipate the pass. There's a flag in the middle as the ball falls incomplete. Mincy was on the coverage of Jackson. Penalties, flags in the area of holding, chop block.
A lot of those called tonight.
You know, it's funny, I haven't seen it all year.
I was just going to say, I've not seen it all year, and it's been 3 or 4 at least.
And some, you know, officials have calls that they look for.
Yeah.
And, you know, this crew obviously has talked as a crew about the chop block, because that's the third one. 2 against Heights and 1 against Lorain early on a punt.
And let them back them up.
Take them back to their side of the 50 at the 49. It's going to be 1st and 20. Snap back. Rashad jumping up in the air, causing fits for the quarterback. Fumble. Ball on the Tiger. One of the linemen falls on it for Heights.
Rashad was causing havoc in there.
And young Mr. Washington was back there, as well as Sterling Jeffries. And loss is only going to be about a yard, but cost them a down.
And the clock's moving.
Yep. 2nd and 21, 10 minutes to play. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun for Heights. Taylor Jones takes the snap, 3-step drop, wants to throw the screen over the middle. He's got it. Breaks 1 tackle, bounces to the outside, and then a sure tackle by my man Sam. McGuigan goes low and flips him up at the 49.
That could have got dangerous, but McGuigan makes the play. Some nifty running, but the Titans
all for 3 yards. So 3rd and 18 is the situation. Heights looks to the sidelines. I would think that they're almost in 4-down territory because Lorain's had 2 possessions and gone 85 and 86. I don't think they can afford to play defense. Pass over the middle. Orsler got a hand in the way. He had a receiver that was number 2, Jalen Butler, but it falls incomplete. And I don't know if Robert got a hand on it, but I know he got a hand in the vision.
Yeah.
So 4th down and 18. 9-12. And the offense is staying on the field for the Tigers. McGuigan is back at the 28-yard line. Aaron Neal at the 30. They're the safeties.
They're going to let this run down and call a timeout, or what?
It stopped. It was an incomplete pass.
I don't know what they're...
So I'm not sure. You know, they've got all the time in the world with nobody. Okay, so they're going to run a play. Jones got what he wants from the side whistle. Now they're going to run it from 5 yards farther back because that was a delay again.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd say tip their hand by snapping the ball and taking a step back.
Now they're going to punt it.
Now they're going to punt it.
And if you're Lorain High, you got to be happy with that.
I don't know if you're Lorain High if you believe it. I might put one guy back. I don't think I'd put two.
And again, you just got to be smart. 4th and 23.
Punt safe for Lorain. Nobody's going back. I saw my favorite college team where you sneak a man in the short behind the guard. Snap is good. Ball back. Bohannon put pressure on. Nobody back, so it's going to hit at the 15. Inside the 5.
It's going to go into the end zone. They overran it.
They hit it. Actually, it bounced off his leg at about the 4, but until it stopped, it's still moving. So it goes into the end zone. You know, that's one of those little known things. If you're the punt team and you touch that ball, what it means is that the kicking team can be no worse off than that.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's going to come out to the 4 at the very least if that's where you touched it. And a lot of times you'll see teams try to scoop it up off that touch because of that rule. So 1st and 10 from the 20 from the Titans. 19-point lead, 9:03 to go. 5-3 on the year. They're looking to guarantee a winning season. Williamson, hands, straight ahead. Wow.
Sherman just keeps those legs moving. Penalty marker late.
Sherman Saunders got 10 because he had the ball started at the 20. There is a flag in the middle of the scrum.
A face mask, maybe?
But it could be a holding. It could be a face mask. It could almost be anything. Everybody was standing up, so I don't expect a chop block. Here's the signal. It's going to be on Loritz.
Warning for the sideline.
No. Now, you know what? There's a little known rule in football. You remember the Bush push when Leinert ran into the back of Bush and scored the touchdown? That's a penalty. You're not allowed to push the runner forward, and that's what they called there.
Okay.
They called 5 yards for pushing the runner. So the 10-yard gain, back 5, puts it at the 25, lets him keep first down.
Well, hey.
Stops the clock, but now it's going again.
If you're Lorain High, you're happy there.
You're on schedule 1st and 5. Williamson follows the backs for about 3.
Play by Williamson.
Eddie's out to just about the 27 and a half. So it's going to be 2nd down and call it 3. Eddie's not in any hurry. He's looking right at the scoreboard so he can see the clock.
Yep, and it's rolling
down. It's
down.
going to be about 7:50 before he thinks about saying, snap me the ball. Going to keep it again.
Ooh.
Oh, he got popped, bounced it outside. He's going to have the 1st down. Out, you know what? Talk about smart.
Yep.
Eddie Williamson got out to the 35, had a chance to bounce it outside and said, I think I'll keep the clock running and get the 1st down. And so they'll move the sticks, which stops it now at 7:42. But once it's marked ready for play, Eddie's going to have 25 seconds, and it is marked ready to play. So he's got to 7:18 before they need to snap it.
And Titans are in great shape here.
And one thing I know is that Eddie can do some math.
Yes. Great kid in the classroom.
Yep. He was talking early in the week that the coaches from Worcester had contacted him at home and wanted him to come down and visit.
The Scotsman.
Straight ahead, Carlos Chavis out to the 37. Give him about 4. That call it 3. That's okay. 2nd and 7.
Under 7 minutes now.
And again, Eddie looks to the sidelines for the play. And you know what? I don't see anybody signal anything. I think Eddie gets to decide here. Heights with 8-9 in the box. 10 in the box. The deepest man is 8 yards off the ball. They think we're going to run?
That's a pretty good bet.
Wiggins on the flank near side for his blocking ability, I'm sure. Option far side. Chavis is hit at the line, falls forward out near the 40. Somebody finished a block all the way into the Titan bench. That was Aaron Neal.
That surprised you?
6:18 and the clock is ticking. Ball is out to the 41. 3rd down and call it 3. McGuigan is on the flank, double tight. That's Barry on the slot, and then Neal is out far side. If you ever wanted to throw one to Rashad, now would be the time. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and throw it high.
There you go.
There it is.
And there
Rashad
it is.
Berry.
Rashad Berry, the Buckeye.
To the house.
That's what you love to see. Great call by the coaching staff and also Jay Ferguson.
5:37 to go in this one. It's 63 yards from Eddie Williamson to Rashad Berry. And
that's just a big-time football play. And again, Rashad showing you his ability there. The big man getting down the field.
They set it up, they set it up, they set it up, and then they capped it off. And that was, you know, you won't call it a gutsy call when you're already up, but it's 3rd and 3,
right,
where everybody in the world thinks you're just going to run it to keep the clock moving, and they faked it. And Eddie, with the good ball handling there, pumped the shoulders once. Rashad ran by the only man out there on the out and up. They'll try for 2. That's Bohannon, and the slant got stopped. Somebody stepped in front of Barry, and Rashad didn't read it, and Nas didn't read it. So 32-7, Lorain on top here.
And you know what that call tells me, Jay, is that Coach McFarland has confidence in his players. He knows Eddie is going to make the right choice. You got to, you know, Rashad Berry, what needs to be said about Rashad? You know, he's going to be playing in the shoe next year.
It's also the difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. You know, that's an aggressive play.
Yes. I know an offensive coordinator I would like to tell to do that, but that's another show.
It's not a run up the score kind of play.
No, not at all. Let's win the football game. Let's make sure this game's over.
This one's over. And you can see that with, you know what? Nas Bohannon was the quarterback on the,
exactly.
on the conversion. You know, I think Eddie's night's about done.
Yes, I would agree. Get ready for next week.
So, Sherman Saunders will come back out. That's one that Rashad's been, you know, waiting a long time for, as Lorain has just been grinding things out for the last couple of weeks. 1 completion at Maple Heights.
What was it, 63 yards out for?
That was 63.
That was nice.
And, you know, it was 3rd in a running situation, and you know, again, I said it, Eddie's been looking to the sidelines, but I haven't seen anybody signal anything.
You know, and when you got a kid that is controlling the offense, he's a smart kid in the classroom, so you know he can handle the responsibility, and he makes great choices. So as a head coach, you love that.
Short kickoff down at the 35, dancing out near the 40. Hit on the play was by number 8, Bakari Sims. And Heights will get it back. 5.5 minutes to go in this one. We'll see some new numbers out there for the Titans. 64, Justin Simons is out at one of the defensive tackles along with Washington. I still see Barry and Orsler and Bohannon. You know, and we can talk about the offense in those 3 long drives, all of them resulting in points in the second half. But you know, I don't want to call him the unsung hero of this game, but the guy we haven't mentioned much, who's just made 3 huge plays in this ball game, is Kevin Davis.
Yeah, Kevin, again, have him in class. Great kid, nice student, and he has played a phenomenal game tonight.
2 interceptions and an 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Run straight ahead, 1st down and more. Mincy on the bottom of the pile. 2, Orsler gets off the top, but the run's going to be a 1st down. Trying to get that digit. Demario Mason, number 19, I believe, I formation. Give again to the tailback. And he's going to be inside the 40 with a gain of about 7. Clock's going to be under 5:10 as they unpile. Spot it right at the 40. 2nd down. You know, the big sophomore wide receiver out here to the near side, Jalen Harris, caught a pass from this spot right here for a touchdown on the 1st possession. I thought we were going to have our hands full all night. And he really hasn't seen the football.
No, and that's a player that, you know, talking to some of the guys this week leading up to this game, they say, you know, you got to watch out for 5, watch out for 5. And like you said, starting the game, okay, we're watching out for 5, but they've done a nice job containing him.
Justin Simons, Quentin Pardon on that last tackle. They'll move the sticks. 4:44 to go in the ball game. Lorain comfortably on top now, 32-7. Fake the dive, looking long. They're looking for him. And it's over everybody's head. And Harris hit the ground and was given the throw the flag signal, but nobody made a play really on the ball. He stopped running and looked for it instead of finishing the pattern. If he'd have taken 2 more steps into the end zone, he'd have been able to pull that down.
Yeah.
Because he's got a lot of leverage out here on the outside. He's got a really bright future. There's a penalty. Let's see what first down. Field announcer just as confused as I am. Didn't see an indication either. 10-yard variety, probably some sort of an illegal use of hands. So here's the give to the tailback straight ahead down near the 20. And that is DeMario Mason, 19. Now I'm hearing a different name from them than I'm using, so.
Might be
how about 39?
Malachi Jenkins?
Malachi Jenkins, good eyes. Straight back to pass, looking again for Harris. Got him over the middle on the slant. And
nice hit.
Sam McGuigan says, how do you do? And Mr. Harris is going to have a first down, but he's not going to get right.
No, that might leave a little mark. McGuigan with a nice hit, even though it did result in a first down. Might have had the wind knocked out of him.
All of that, I think, and that's how he's doubled up.
Yeah.
Sam just came in, lowered the shoulder.
Yeah, wasn't a dirty hit or anything. It's like maybe just a win.
It was shoulder to chest is what it was, and that's...
Sometimes getting the wind knocked out of you does feel like death, but...
Oh. The suddenness of that pain. I can remember
not a good
the first
feeling.
time it happened, and I had no idea. I said, this must be what knocked wind knocked out of me, because I can't breathe. And you can talk about it until you've had it happen.
Yep.
So first and goal at the 5. 24, Kyle Greenfield in at safety for Lorain now. Handoff, and the fake man didn't get anything, but the ball carrier got a couple. Down to the 2. Middle of the defense. Jeffries getting up off the bottom of the stack. Quentin Pardon's in there. Number 70, Anthony Vasquez in the middle of the defense and part of that mess. 2nd and 2 at the 2. I formation. Pitch left. He's going to score. Oh.
Wow, great pursuit. I thought he was in too, but what was it, Aaron Neal?
He just slowed up. That was 39, Malachi Jenkins. He's a sophomore, and as he gets older and realizes how fast he is, he will make that angle.
Yeah, I thought there was no way he wasn't walking in.
Because he just slowed up and lost his grip shot as he was being hit, and he didn't fall forward. That's going to be the quarterback keeper for the touchdown. And that makes it 32-13 with 2:51 on the clock. And they'll come out with number 93, Stefanos Gazis, to kick the extra point. Quarterback 11, Taylor Jones, is the holder. Ball is snapped back, put down, kicked up, and good. Goes through 32-14, Lorain on top. But there's only 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in this one. And
Titans are still in good shape.
You know, that drive that Cleveland Heights needed in the 3rd quarter,
right,
they got with 2:51 to go.
Right.
You know, they came out with the kickoff in good shape. marched it down in the beginning of the third quarter to 2nd and 2 call it the 15-yard line. There was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on them that took it back to 2nd and 17. And on 3rd and 17, the quarterback rolled out and threw it back over the middle for the second time. And for the second time, Kevin Davis stepped in front of it and turned it over to the Titans at the 15.
Doesn't matter what level of football you play, they always tell you don't do that. And it came back to get Cleveland Heights.
And, you know, then it was the Carlos Chavis show.
Yes.
85 yards up and down the field. He was a big part of it. Eddie Williamson also had a huge run on a quarterback keeper.
Eddie's had a very nice game tonight.
And the Titans scored with 6:21 to go, and they enjoyed a 13-point lead. Cleveland Heights got the ball back after the kickoff and drove down again. Had 1st and goal at the 2. 4th and goal at the 9. Quarterback bobbled the snap. Kenneth Washington on the sack, and Lorain took over at the 14. 86 yards later, Eddie Williamson, there's the onside kick. I think that's Rashad Berry.
That'd be Sherman.
Is it?
I think so.
It is Sherman. It is Sherman.
Looks like the Titans are about ready to tuck the baby in bed, and
a second ticked off, so 1st and 10 at the 47. Obviously some new gentlemen on the field. Chris Mayer, 54, is in at 1 tackle. Sly Worthy's still in there. Near side, 24, Kyle Greenfield's going to be out wide. Got Travis Hawthorne in the backfield. Naz Bohannon will take the snaps. Sherman's out there with him. He gives to Hawthorne, going nowhere. Don Travis is the JV running back who will be making his debut tomorrow at quarterback. As the regular JV quarterback rolled an ankle. So
I have a feeling they're going to run the ball a lot tomorrow. What do you think?
I don't think the line schemes are going to change any. It's just not going to be as much faking. Again, Greenfield to the near side. That's Brown out to the far side. Bakari Sims, I would imagine, in the slot. No, Bohannon's going to keep 45, 50, cuts it up, 45. Inside the 45 to about the 40. They're going to spot it at the 45, it looks like. It's going to be 3rd and a couple. Give Nas 9 on the carry. Another good decision, cutting it up.
Under 2 minutes to go in the football game. Just keep the clock rolling, hold on to the ball, be smart.
20, Aaron McDowell joins Hawthorne in the backfield.
I'm sure Coach McFarland has told his players, just be smart.
Sims is in the slot. Brown far side split, gives straight ahead. That's McDowell. It looks like he's got the first down. He too finishes the run by falling forward and takes the doubt away.
One thing about the Titans running backs, they keep those feet moving. You got to like it.
To go in this one, I think, you know, remove all doubt is what you can say in this one. The Titans are guaranteed the winning season at this point, 6-3, and a big opportunity for the first playoff berth in almost 30 years, and only the second playoff berth in Lorain School's history.
That would be really nice. It'd be great to have a big crowd at George Daniel Field next Friday night, Halloween.
There's the sweetest formation in football. Naz Bohannon takes a knee in victory formation. The clock starts at 1:25 and rolling.
Warm the bus.
He and Coach McFarland's got Naz running wind sprints over to the sideline. Just take your time, telling him when he can snap it. He just marked it ready for play at 1:10. So 25 off of there, you can take it down to 45. I'm going to have him in the, he's going to take it earlier. He's going to have him in a stance for a while.
Leary up 22-21 late.
That's second level points for Lorain. Naz takes another knee with 47 seconds left. Hands the ball to the official. They do the, you know, this is akin to the intentional walk in baseball.
Yeah.
Heights has no interest in stopping this clock. 30 seconds to go. Bohannon will have to take it one more time. 3rd down, and the Titans are backing up, but they don't care.
And as my buddy Mike Lang would say, Elvis has just left the building.
Nas, a step back, puts a knee down, and that'll do it as we're under 10 seconds. And just a few ticks more, Lorain's going to be 6-3 on the season. Only their second win on the road this year, and boy, what a big one, as they knock off the Cleveland Heights Tigers to move to 6-3 on the season and keep those playoff hopes alive, Steve.
Huge road win. Loved it. Great effort by the Titans.
You know, lots of heroes again. I mean, Eddie Williamson runs that offense as good as it can be run.
Yes.
You know, when you think of the fact that Eddie's a third-year quarterback playing in 3 different systems.
Yeah, and
this is his first year at quarterback.
And he just has such a control of that offense. In the coaching staff, you can tell they have faith in him to run it. He makes great decisions, knows when to option it, to throw to Rashad late in the game to put the dagger in the heart, so to speak. Great call, great throw, great catch. You know, just a real nice win for the Titans, and it's going to be a nice ride home for Lorain High as they get ready for next week.
The Heights came out with the plan to take Sherman away, and they did. And Eddie ran the ball well. Carlos ran the ball well. And, you know, as far as the big touchdown in the game, it was the kickoff return.
Yeah, it really was. Kevin Davis had a nice game. He really did. 2 picks, a touchdown on the kickoff return. You know, and that's the thing about this team all year. They have guys that step up and make plays. The defense, you know, after that first drive, you know, you and I kind of, is this going to be like Maple Heights? It's going to be like Bedford where they go back and forth. But they made some solid adjustments, and holding Cleveland Heights to 14, I think you and I both would have taken that.
Again, and that's where they've been.
Yeah, you said it earlier.
So the Titans move to 6-3 on the season. Home next weekend for the finale. We'll be there at the George. Hope you can join us next Friday. It's Lorain and Warren. Playoffs on the line for the Titans. But for tonight, from Cleveland Heights, for our cameraman, producer, director, and all-around good egg, Joe Bach, for my partner, Steve Cawthon, this is Jay Ferguson saying have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.